invite Governor Samuel García Sepulveda about the expansion of economic cooperation between Korea and Latin America, and also the information for Nuevo León. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, good morning. It's a pleasure being in Korea in this panel. And I don't want to contradict, but Nuevo León is not living now a crisis. All the other way, we're living an economic boom. Nowadays, we have made a very strong relation with South Korea. We have in Mexico around 2,000 companies already established, and 250 approximately, they are in Nuevo León now working. Some examples are Kia, Hyundai, Daewoo, LG. And we're very, very grateful that Nuevo León in the last 10 years, we have received 3 billion foreign investment from South Korea. And we are very confident that this year we will receive another 3 billion. So that's around $6 billion invested in Nuevo León from South Korea. To gain this trust, we have to know very well each other. We have to have trust between both parties. And that's why I want to talk about Mexico and mainly of Nuevo León, my home state. Where is Nuevo León? We are very close to the US. We are neighbors of Texas, the most growing economy nowadays in the world. We have the second biggest city of Mexico. After Mexico City, Monterrey, Nuevo León is the biggest city in population. And we have #1 indicators in every economic matter. We're very well connected, a lot of highways, flights, national and international, and most of the ports in Mexico connect and go through Nuevo León. As I said, we are the industrial city of Mexico and the northeast most important city of our country. Obviously, as we just saw in the last panel, we have a lot of challenges worldwide. China-US conflict, Ukraine-Russia war, and we just surpassed COVID. But these challenges had brought Nuevo León to the world as a very important state to invest. This is an IDB graph that shows that nearshoring mainly is going to Mexico. And of Mexico, we would like to presume that 72.2% is going to Nuevo León. From the complete foreign investment in nearshoring coming to our country, 70% is now invested in Nuevo León. We are opening 1, 2, or even 3 companies per week. And yesterday we have a very good news from Kia that they are expanding their factory to produce the electronic vehicles for North America and Latin America this year in Nuevo León. That's why we put it in the first place in the automobile sector. But as you can see, we have a lot of companies worldwide named in home appliances, in software. Korean companies, they are very, very strong in the automobile sector, furniture, warehousing, and obviously electronics. We have by law 13 clusters that we would like you to know very well. For you to visit us, my Secretary of Economy that is here in the first row is paying the flights to everyone. And you can now see them in the web to look out what we're doing in all of these matters. Last year, we have an economic record. We had in 2022, $4 billion investment, and we were #1 of our country. This year, with Tesla's Gigafactory investment that just announced the 1st of March, Kia's investment and other ones we're having, we're conservative thinking we will receive $13 billion that will break, obviously, the previous records of our state. We're first place in job creation. We have the 40% of the largest global and local companies of Mexico established in Monterrey. We're breaking the exports record, doubling, and this year maybe triple the exports we have done in the past. And by this, what I want to say is that we have to go worldwide as Latin American countries to promote our advocacy. Now Nuevo León wants to tell the world that we want to be a new electromobility hub. That's why we're inviting Tesla, inviting Navistar, inviting Kia and Hyundai to produce their electric vehicles in Nuevo León for the US market, but also for the Latin American market, and be seen as a region. And that's the way we're thinking. We're thinking of being neighbors and partners of Texas. And Texas with Nuevo León, we can create a very big and potential economic region. With Tesla, obviously, all the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 automobile sector providers are also coming to Nuevo León. In the last 4-6 months, we received Tesla, but also around 50 providers of brakes, calipers, the computers, the self-drive software, and everything is coming to the northeast part of Nuevo León. Being a leader in electromobility, I want to take advantage of this panel for inviting you this 6 and 7 of June. We're having, in partnership with the Hanover Miss Feria, the electromobility of the future, and we will expose everything we're doing in Nuevo León and in Mexico to be a worldwide electromobility hub. Obviously, as my antecessors, we think that we have to be very specific and strategy in Latin America to have these big investments. Infrastructure is one of them. We have to find new ways to get budget, to make highways, to make subways, to make hospitals, but also to invest in small and medium business. Nuevo León is an entrepreneur city. We have a lot of small and medium business, and we're always helping them with finance, with transfer of technology, and trying them to transform into this new green futuristic industry the world is looking in its pathway. For example, in Nuevo León, and I will be very brief and short, I'm closing. We just entered office 1 year ago, and we started 4 new highways for connecting even better Nuevo León with US and Texas. With all this conflict with US-China and all these tariffs, US is charging China products that add 15, 20, or 25 taxing add value. Many of the companies established in China, they are coming again to US, and most of them to Nuevo León. That's why we have to make these new highways to provide free, concrete, secure highways to connect Nuevo León. These are some pictures. We just ended 2 of them, and by December we will end the other 2. And we have now to show you the connectivity of Nuevo León, how we enter the US. This is Nuevo León. We're making 4 new highways, and that's how we can get any product example in Nuevo León to any city of US or Canada in less than 24 hours. And in the future, with the complete highways finish and our border, this is our border with Texas, Colombia border. Compared to our neighbors, they could last 3 to 4 hours to cross the border with US. For us, we are in a very good alliance with Texas. We make the double revision in the border, and that's why we're crossing in 5 minutes instead of other borders to the US market. We're certifying all the companies from Nuevo León in the US to cross very fast the border. And now, the security issues is also very important for investors. That's why we're making a very heavy public investment on security to be safe. And this is the US ambassador mapping that they show that Nuevo León for the US and the world